Yes, sir. 9 to 5 Sports Guys, episode 14. It's your boy, Mr. T.
It's your man TJ.
It's your boy Nam. Can't be serious, bro.
Yeah, I'm Hollywood now, so I ain't the same. I ain't T no more. I'm Mr. T from now on.
For real.
From now on, yeah, I'm gonna start talking in third person.
Why is that?
It's different, man. I'm making moves out here.
That's a bad.
You, what they call it? Getting into your inner Sasha Fierce.
All right, I just want to say thank everybody who participated in the giveaway. We still got a couple more slots available for the giveaway. If you want to, get some free stuff, tune in episode 13 so you can take part in the giveaway. We will be announcing the winners of the giveaway soon. But thank everybody for participating and supporting. Episode 14, Wildcard weekend. What are you guys' thoughts on what transpired last weekend?
Let's go Patriots.
It was definitely wild. I'll say that.
What was the most surprising thing that you guys say happened last weekend?
Let's go Patriots.
Minnesota.
You think Minnesota was surprising? Why? Please don't say Kirk Cousins.
Them winning? I didn't see them winning in the dome.
Look, I don't understand it. Y'all think going down there to damn New Orleans is invincible. And if you look at previous years, they've gotten their behind whooped there during the playoffs in that dome.
True, but Kirk has not been known to play big or play good in big games.
They go another.
That is a fact.
That's a fact. He's
Well,
like 0-9 in Monday
Night
nights, and in
you
the
can squash
playoffs,
that now.
In the playoffs, he's like 1-3 or 1-4. Or
You
something.
can squash that now. You can't just blame it on
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins. Why? I mean, the man did his
He
job.
had a phenomenal game. I'm not gonna knock that, but I didn't see him doing that in the dome.
You sound like Redskins fans, man. They ain't give the man no credit when he was there and he was carrying that team with a sorry team that he had, not to mention a beat-up offensive line that the Redskins have, and he still threw over 4,000 yards. Then the man goes to Minnesota,
Right.
does the same exact thing, had a hurt running back last year for the whole season, and then he still carried a team throwing over 4,000 yards, so he couldn't get it done then. Now he gets it done now, and he's still being criticized. I don't understand.
But he even this season he's been inconsistent.
And yet, he's on round 2.
He is. You're right
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
But that's surprising to me.
A lot of teams squeak by in the playoffs. They really don't deserve to be there. A lot of teams do that, but that's why they call it football. That's why it's a postseason. One and done.
You're right. You're right.
The Saints don't deserve to be there.
No.
They blew it.
No, they definitely deserve to be there. They just
Blew
Wait,
it.
Hold on.
Blew it,
You
yeah.
saying the Saints don't deserve? Who deserved to be there?
The team that won.
Oh, okay. For some odd reason, I thought you was gonna say the Falcons.
Look, man, come on, man. We'll do it next year.
Okay,
doing
because
it
you
next
said
year.
they didn't deserve to be there, so I just had to make sure
They lost.
Okay.
And for the past 3 years, everybody been picking them to win the Super Bowl, and they can't even get close to it.
Let me ask you an honest question. Do you
Besides
think that was a
okay.
push off at the end?
No, because both of them had hands on each other.
Okay.
If your man grabbing and I'm pushing, no call. That was great. It don't matter what team is playing.
That was fair. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Now the one the year before. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was interference.
Oh yeah, no doubt there was interference, but like they still had a chance to win the game. They still had a chance.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not gonna cry a river for them. They had opportunities to win the game, but that was a blatant pass interference on that one.
Now, is Tom Brady done as a New England Patriot?
No, I think they give him one more hurrah. Then he'll probably be done.
One more?
I mean, who really wants to go out on a bad note like he did? If he wanted to go
At
out,
home.
he should. Yeah, he should have went out last year when he won the Super Bowl, got his 6, and went on home.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my thing is, I think the Super Bowl is that they're done with the Patriots.
With the Patriots?
I think it's done. They're gonna compete. They'll get in the playoffs, but too many teams like Baltimore and Tom's still getting old. His numbers not going backwards. He'll be 44.
Deshaun will be here next year.
Yeah. Patrick.
Patrick will be there, and whoever else shows up. The Titans, they should be there too.
Now the Chargers happen to go and make a quarterback move.
Steelers will be back.
Steelers will be fresh.
Y'all forgetting about one
talking about
team.
the Jets, bro.
No.
No, we forgot about them.
No, I mean
Buffalo.
Buffalo be there
yeah,
too.
yeah. That's who I was gonna go with. Terrence might have said the Jets, but Mr. T, he's going to say Buffalo is a team that New England has to watch out for.
I'm not.
Yeah, Mr. T, he's going to say Buffalo.
Okay.
Buffalo is the team that you definitely
in that division.
In that division, and
Sure.
just in general,
For sure.
just in general, Buffalo, truth be told, should have won that game.
Yeah, I think down
They should have won that game.
Yeah.
Down the stretch, the pressure got to Allen.
Yeah, and one thing about Deshaun Jackson is his ability. Sorry, my bad. Pause. Deshaun Watson is his ability to win games. He can win games on his own. I mean,
some of the most ugliest games.
Yeah.
He scrambles. I mean, you want a quarterback that scrambles, but for him, he extended plays so long. They come a flag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They come back. He really killing himself. But I mean, what do you do? Lamar Jackson does the same exact thing, and they obviously know this. So we was like, look, let's just keep our hands to where right here.
But see,
so we don't
overplay.
You're right.
The difference between the two is Jackson doesn't have a Hopkins, and the beginning of that game, Hopkins was he wasn't involved in the game, and it wasn't until that second half that he started making he started targeting him and throwing the ball to him, and that made a huge difference.
Well, Lamar uses more tight ends though in his.
He doesn't have like top tier receiver on his team.
They got Snead, but no,
he's not Hopkins.
Right.
But J.J. Watt's presence was definitely felt in the second.
It sure was.
Speaking of receivers, I'm gonna give you props, but I've also said this numerous times. They asked Jerry Rice who's the best receiver in the game, and he said, who I agree with, Julio Jones. Injured or not, Julio, to me, is definitely one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver. I mean, aside from Hopkins, he's accurate as far as his catches, but coming from arguably the best wide receiver of all time, I think that's pretty high praise.
Then he done something that Jerry Rice never did. 7 seasons, over 1,400 receiving yards.
If we're talking consistency, definitely.
Yeah,
and that's hard. That's hard to do when you got Matt Ryan. You know what I mean? So, hats off to Julio Jones.
It's hard to do when you have injuries all throughout the time.
I gotta tip my do-rag off to Julio, man. You could do that with Matt Ryan. You deserve to be where you at.
Yeah, he did it with Matt Ryan and throwing over 51,000 yards. Yeah, he did it with Matt Ryan. Matter of fact, that's all his yards.
Okay.
Being thrown to Julio. So, I mean,
I'll give you that.
Julio right away, Tony Gonzalez, blah, 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 all these guys.
I'll give you that. Now,
and you think he's a Hall of Famer?
Who, Julio?
No. We already know he's a Hall of Famer.
Matt Castle?
No. Matt Ryan.
Matthew Stafford?
Ryan?
Matthew Stafford?
I think he needs to do a little more.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
I mean,
not
now,
first ballot.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Right now,
eventually,
yeah. He'll
because he got the numbers. He got the numbers.
He just passed Hall of Famers on the list like Dan Marino.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he has the numbers to do it.
He needs to do more, a little bit more to be a first ballot guaranteed. But yeah, he'll get in at some point.
He'll get in at some point.
Yeah, let's not mention hardware because there's a lot of guys in Hall of Fame in several sports with no hardware.
No.
So, yeah.
And that's why we didn't mention it. I think if he get more yardage, win some more games, maybe a Super Bowl.
Has more 4-quarter comebacks than any quarterback right now.
Yeah, when every game
right now,
I think you have a great chance.
You have an opportunity to do that.
I just don't understand
Probably
it.
the best.
It's called a game. If you're down, you have to come back. If you're leading, you hold the lead. It doesn't matter how you do it. Some guys try to come back and can't win. The man has more 4-quarter comebacks than any active quarterback right now.
That's fair. That's fair, bro.
We're gonna talk about somebody that's in the playoffs. Is it time for Philly to think about their quarterback position?
Yeah.
You said somebody that's in the playoffs?
Well, Philly was in the playoffs.
Yeah, because they see
we're talking about Wildcard weekend. Yeah, Atlanta. No, they hosted, but the super. But as far as Philly, what are they going to do with their quarterback situation? Because it seems like every year Carson Wentz get hurt.
Wentz is fragile.
Well,
yeah.
But he's always been fragile. I think Troy spoke about it a couple episodes back. He was fragile in, where is he from, Colorado?
North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe to say he's Mr. Glass?
Well, you get hurt. You get hurt. No. The game barely started, and you already hurt, and you go from the game.
To be fair, I mean that was like it's a contact thing, but it wasn't intentional. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
it don't help.
He got hit from.
It don't help his argument though for the past 3 years though.
True, but a concussion,
True.
It's hard to avoid that.
True
now,
that.
if it was like a leg or something, yeah.
I mean, he did get slammed to the ground pretty hard.
Yeah.
A ball ain't right on it though.
Yeah.
Clowney.
Yeah, yeah. And he didn't get fined for that either.
So, what do you think Philly out? What do you think they're gonna do moving forward as far as their situation? Because they had a lot of people hurt. Sean Jackson got it right this time. Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the receiver core was busted
the
up.
whole receivers,
Yeah.
receivers core,
The whole team,
the
basically.
backs,
Yeah,
the whole
Sproles
team just had a lot
Sproles
of
just
injury.
retired.
Yeah.
Sproles retired. Howard was hurt most of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But for their division, if you win 9 games, you get in. 8 games, sometimes you can get in. So I don't think they should worry about it too much. They have the weapons. They just got to stay healthy, to be honest.
I'll say if what they're gonna do about quarterback situations, probably nothing. I mean, because all the quarterbacks they got right now could easily in a mock draft could easily go in the first round to a team that needs them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't see them replacing him yet.
Now, if he gets hurt next year again, I think they'll consider it.
Yeah, they'll probably
There's
consider
a
it.
market there for them, but right now, I think he's because he's young too. He's probably no less than 25, 26 maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
And that concussion kind of gave him a, no pun intended, but kind of a cushion, saying, okay, you can't help getting knocked out.
Yeah.
You're good. So one more season, they'll give it a crack.
And you get knocked out again, who do you blame? The offensive line?
Ryan Tannehill, was it Miami that was holding him back, or was it, what do you guys think the verdict is on Ryan Tannehill?
The system.
Yeah, it's probably just the system. I think Vrabel had brought over some of Belichick's ideas and schemes and mixed it with a little bit of his own. And he lets him run. It's not like Belichick didn't let Tom run, but he lets him run and he uses them to his advantage. And then the run game helps you too. When you got a guy that can just run it all game down on anybody.
Roll
Two
Tide.
guys.
We talking about NFL, right?
Didn't you say Bulldogs when I said Julio?
No, that was
No,
AJ
I mean
Green.
AJ Green. My
AJ
bad.
Green, but that was all camera.
Who are you right now?
My bad. Look.
Who are you right now?
You're
I don't know. Mr. T.
I'm Mr. T right now.
But to chime up with you said, man, it also helps when you got a good QB coach too.
Yeah.
Miami, they didn't have it down there, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that's not, promising because, my counterpart, Terrence, he doesn't like the fact that Miami sent over the head coach to the Jets. So, yeah. He told me to tell y'all that he doesn't like that. But moving on.
Yeah, I said something similar like Nick Foles. Nick Foles worked for the Philly organization, but he just can't work for the Rams or the Jaguars.
Yeah.
It's just all where you at. Language.
Minnesota and San Fran, who y'all got?
I got
It's in San Francisco.
Yo, I got an upset, dude.
That's crazy. Everybody's been taking Minnesota. Everywhere I've seen, everybody's been taking Minnesota.
I got an upset, man.
I don't know, man. I'm going to take San Fran at home only because of their defense.
Got San Fran?
Nick Bosa.
But they vulnerable.
They are, but their defense, I think, will get under Kirk Cousins' skin.
That's the NFL's leading rushing team as a whole, as far as 3 running backs.
I think Dalvin Cooks is hurt. I don't know. I think he'll play, but I don't know how effective he'll be today.
I don't know, man. That defense smothers you from running, man. Minnesota, they just won't let you run.
They do, but to counter that, San Fran has one of the greatest, not greatest, but one of the better running games in the league right now.
They're gonna have to win off Garoppolo. I just feel that.
So you got.
And I think Garoppolo proved it to us this year that if you put the game in his hand, he will win it for you.
Yeah, regular season.
His answer. The only game he didn't answer was against the Falcons.
Regular season. Thank you. But regular season. Yeah, the lights get bigger when you get in the postseason. So
True.
and you at
That's
home.
Very true. It's very true.
And he hasn't seen that. I mean, of course, he's seen it sitting behind somebody, but for himself.
So you got Minnesota?
I got Minnesota because, okay, I say this. they gonna count on your boy George Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They gonna count on him. Xavier Rose is a hellified defender, man.
He's too small.
He too small, but hey, sometimes big ain't always good. He's quick too. Then they got the safety back there, Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they gonna play. They got a boatload of other receivers. Okay,
Sanders,
so let's say Emmanuel Sanders. He's too small. Xavier Rose will smother him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now let's go to the other side of the ball. All the defenders you have, as far as cornerbacks, old ass, what's his name from Seattle?
Sherman.
Yeah.
Sherman, yeah.
So who he's gonna hold? Diggs, Thielen,
But
Rudolph.
The interesting thing about the 49ers is they get pressure with 4 guys. So
They do.
They're able to drop back
And vice versa.
everybody
Yeah, vice
the whole
versa.
game, and just they can either play zone with you, or they can play man, or the coverage they can mix it up for you. But they're gonna get pressure with 4 guys.
I think it's gonna be a defensive pounder, man. Both quarterbacks gonna have to put the ball in the air.
Yeah, and a lot of run game. 49ers got 3 running backs, don't they?
Now,
That they use.
yeah, they do.
So
One rookie and the other 2.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting. But
Yeah.
and if it is an upset, it wouldn't surprise me. Minnesota's the hottest team now, because since Philly got outed last
Right.
week.
And New Orleans, so yeah.
Yeah, they're the hottest.
So you got Minnesota.
Yeah.
Which one of your personalities? Who do you have?
Well, Mr. T.
It doesn't count because 2 different people choosing 2 different teams.
No, Mr. T is here. Turnsee's at home. He took the day off. Mr. T got San Fran.
Okay.
I'm going to San Fran. So who you going with? You going with San Fran too?
Taking San Fran.
I'm gonna just say this. I just think it's gonna be an upset. I don't know because these are 2 hot defenses.
They are.
You see what I'm saying? I don't know, but I just feel that it's gonna be an upset. I feel it.
All right. Speaking of upsets, Tennessee and Baltimore.
None there.
Tennessee got a good defense, and shout out to Mike Vrabel, but
they're the teams are a mirror of each other. Just the only difference is Lamar is
You're not gonna
MVP,
stop that boy.
and what's his name is not. He's not even there.
they're not gonna stop him. Mark Ingram, he's a
But-
bowling ball too. He's
Schematically, they're the exact same team. Run heavy,
Mhm.
QBs. They use the read option a lot. So
So-
I'm taking Baltimore.
You got Baltimore?
Baltimore.
Well, Mr. T says he's
Upset?
going upset Tennessee. I'm going Tennessee. All right. Houston, Kansas City.
I'm gonna go with Kansas City. They're at home. That crowd is gonna be rocking.
Yeah.
Even though they don't have their defense is not as good.
Mm-hmm.
For some
I mean, they've
reason,
been playing better lately. They've been playing better lately.
yeah, better than they have. Yeah, I agree with that. Just
Now, if Houston starts out
In the hole.
if they start in the
You
hole,
can forget
they're
that.
not
They're in the
coming
hole.
back. This is
Yeah.
not Josh Allen. But if they play if they play the way they did in the second half, I think they'll put themselves in position to win. But I don't think they win.
So you got Kansas City.
I think Kansas City, if it's one of 2 ways, either a blowout or it's going to be like
Close game.
some fluke game winner by Houston. But that's the only way they can win.
Well, Houston not built to come from behind.
Yeah.
That team not built for that.
So you both got Kansas City.
Yeah, who you got? Another upset?
I'm going with another upset. Mr. T said it right here. I'm going with Houston.
Your boy Steels will have to get off in that game. They're gonna double team DeAndre Hopkins. That's why, you know what I'm saying, even though he did good, they would double team him the whole game, the whole first half.
Yeah.
Then he started getting off in the second half.
Yeah.
But Kenny Steels is gonna have to have out.
Deshaun has to at least run for like 80 yards or something. He has to be phenomenal.
Yeah, he gonna have, what's her boy name? Duke Johnson?
Duke, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing pretty
Both
good.
of them. It has to
Yeah.
be a tandem out of both of them. They have to run like crazy.
Right.
Seattle and Green Bay.
I'm taking Green Bay at home.
Let me tell you like this. If it ain't snowing, Seattle gonna win that game.
You think so?
If it's snowing, Green Bay gonna win.
Green Bay this year they're 7-1 at home, but on the road Seattle is like 8-2 or 8-1 on the road.
Now, mind you,
including last week's win.
Green Bay had them whooped the last time they played. Whooped, and Seattle came back.
Right?
Yeah, Seattle came back.
Marshawn was a different player then, and the Legion of Boom was definitely scary then, but they don't have neither nor right now. Well, they got
Marshawn, yeah.
But he's a shell of himself right now. And Turbin is not. He's not the other 2 running.
Well,
backs.
Turbin ain't playing. It's the rookie.
It's the rookie that's going
The
to play?
rookie that starts. I think it starts with an H or something. Homer, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. I'm going to take the upset. I'm going to take Seattle on the road.
Is it really an upset, though?
On the road?
I don't even think that's an upset.
On the road in Lambeau? You win in Lambeau. On the postseason?
Russ and Rodgers, it's no upset there. I don't really think it's an upset. Maybe by seedings.
So who you got?
I'm taking Green Bay at home, man.
Green Bay?
Yeah.
Who you got?
I got Seattle on the road.
I'm taking Rodgers at home.
You know what?
Only reason I say that, too, just before you say that, Mr. T. Only reason I say that.
Don't feed into that, bro.
Mr. T, man, I'm
Feed
Hollywood.
into
I'm
that.
making moves. Man,
Pity the fool. I'm just saying, Green Bay, even though their records say, 11, whatever,
They're like
12.
No,
12 and
I
4.
think they're 12 and 4.
Yeah, even though their records say Green Bay ain't been Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers ain't been Aaron
After the
Rodgers.
first 6 weeks, they haven't been that good. They at least the defense.
Aaron Rodgers,
game.
he's having a hard time scrambling for some reason, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, no.
Well, he's been there 15 years or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm gonna pick Seattle for that, because of the younger version of Russell, younger legs, and DJ Metcalf showed me something last week.
Oh,
So DK Metcalf,
I think every team that passed up on him is looking crazy right now.
well, he balling right now,
They're
man.
looking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, Mr. T is going to say Seattle because the X factor is going to be DK Metcalf. I think he's going to be a difference maker. He's proved last week that he's. I mean, although Philly was banged up, but for a rookie, he proved that he can, he can make some things happen. So, as far as the Dallas, hold on.
Yo,
The
I think the sound went off.
Oh yeah, we back. As far as Dallas, what do y'all think about the hiring of Dallas head coach?
It's gonna be the same thing that it was in Green Bay, just a little less.
So
It makes no sense to me.
let me ask you this.
Hiring Marvin Lewis wouldn't have been no better. I mean,
Yeah, but
that's a defensive mind versus offensive mind.
They only interviewed 3 guys, so you really didn't go through the whole pool of coaches that are available.
Can I ask you one question? Serious question. If you're Dallas, do you throw money at Tom Brady and try to get him to come to Dallas?
What does that do for you?
I think it'd be better than Dak is right now.
I don't think Jerry Jones gonna do that.
I don't think Dak is the problem. But Dak averaged 400 yards a game.
Yeah, but Dak.
It's the scheme and
Not all of it his fault.
the timing of the play callings was bad.
But Dak.
Dak.
Dak was really inaccurate this year.
Well, I mean, he overthrew
in big spots.
He overthrew and underthrew some guys.
That was late in the season
But-
because of his shoulder. He
But
had a banged up.
I mean, if you got an opportunity to get Tom Brady right now,
I'm not spending that money.
the division is up in the air. The division is nobody's a clear cut favorite.
Up until week 16 or week 17, you still had a chance to win a division.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's a clear cut division.
With the bad play you've had with Dak all season.
Well, I heard, Dallas can't win a Super Bowl without Ezekiel Elliott. Well, obviously, they can't win with him either.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's a difference when the guy doesn't get enough touches.
But yeah, true. But hey, the guys that he was throwing, I say this too.
Now, no, go ahead.
The guys he was throwing to, were dropping balls.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper, and that's why I understand why the Raiders got rid of him.
The placement too. Some of the placements was bad.
Oh no, the man had the ball right in his hand and went right through him and through his legs on first down.
I would say it's a little bit of both, because, like I said, and anybody that watches Undisputed, Skip never blames Dak for any losses.
Well, he's a Dallas fan.
Yeah, but he kills Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, look, that man got paid $90 million and they barely ran him this season. That's their fault. But I don't think McCarthy helps that either, because McCarthy got fired because they said his offense was too basic, it was too archaic. Rodgers told him that he doesn't want them.
Well, have a conversation with a star quarterback could do that too. It'll get you booted.
True.
So,
but Dallas was #1 last season in offense. Then you get McCarthy. What difference does he really make? I think they need to work on their defense and their scheme, really.
Okay, so if Tom Brady's not the answer. What about Cam Newton?
No, it's not. Dak is your answer. You just need a.
Are you gonna pay? Are you willing to pay Dak?
I ain't gonna say he the answer.
I'm not paying him whatever they want to pay him, $90 million or $100, whatever.
But would Cam Newton be an upgrade from Dak?
No. He can't throw either.
He can't throw.
He can't throw. Period. Right now.
We don't know how good he'll still be. You have a guy who's healthy. He's just not put in the right positions to win.
I ain't gonna say Dak.
Nah, he's not healthy because his shoulders bothering him too.
Yeah, but we talking about 2 shoulders for Cam, the foot, whatever else he got going on, or whatever else that may come
in his mind. Yeah.
So, you don't risk that. And then the age. Dak is a lot younger.
But he's not the answer for Dallas. I ain't gonna say he's the answer for Dallas. He's manageable.
For now, yeah.
He can manage their team.
So they can win the division with Cam. You think?
Why you keep saying Cam?
I'm just saying. Do you think Carolina's going to bring Cam back?
Probably.
I think we.
They probably will.
I think we evaluate him in the training camp, maybe preseason. Maybe this is last year.
But that's what I'm saying.
Look,
do you take a
cheap.
quarterback?
It's only $18 million.
Do you take a quarterback in the
19?
Yeah, 19.
The hold against the cap?
Yeah.
Yeah,
19.
Do you take a quarterback?
Cheap compared to most quarterbacks today.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying.
But they're not going.
If you can, do you get cut and possibly go to a team like Dallas, where it's like I said, that division is up for grabs.
Well, they're not gonna make 2 dumb moves. They were dumb to get rid of Ron Rivera, and he wasn't the problem.
Yeah.
They should have kept Ron Rivera. So they're not gonna get rid of Cam Newton and get rid of backlash in that community.
So starting training camp, Cam is gonna be a Panther.
He'll be there.
Okay. So do you draft a quarterback though?
Yes, you have to.
Well, he done drafted 2.
Allen is not the answer. Neither is Greer.
Oh,
Allen is definitely the backup,
Mm-hmm.
but Greer is not. He's not a starter or a backup. So probably a practice team somewhere else, or maybe he could work in another scheme, but not in Carolina. With what they do, he doesn't get it there.
They probably won't draft one this year. I don't think you'll draft a quarterback unless it be late in some,
late
late
in the round, but not. I think we're projected to get like a defensive tackle this right now, or I think it's a defensive tackle from I want to say Oklahoma or something.
That's good handful of quarterbacks out there coming in this draft this year. So,
I think quarterback from Oregon. They looked at him for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
6'5".
Yeah, he's nice. He still, but they say he still got to work on his mechanics though. Footwork.
It's no different from Cam.
footwork mechanics. Yeah.
Cam the same way.
All right, switching gears. The NBA. So far, we have a lot of games. I think the second ballot All-Star voting has come in. LeBron took the lead after the first ballot. He was behind Giannis.
Taco Fall is going to the All-Star too.
He's probably not going to make it.
He'll push though. He'll definitely push because the fan vote.
The fan vote, but I think the
he's going.
Coaches and players get to really determine. The fan vote is a certain percentage, but then also if I can't remember if it's the players and the coaches or if the media or somebody, they can determine if he don't because it happened a couple years ago. I'm gonna say I forgot who it was. He had a lot of the fan vote, but he didn't make the All-Star game. But with that being said, is it safe to say, and Mr. T will have to agree, that even though despite...
Can I request you not to keep speaking in third person?
Okay, well, that's it's gonna take 3 to 5 business days for that to go through. So for the time being, Mr. T is gonna say, despite the Clippers being third, are they the team to come out the West?
Doesn't matter what seed they are, but they're doing this on purpose. So I don't think they care what seed they are.
He's trying to tell you, man. These guys, they gonna win it. They gonna win.
They don't really care what seed they are.
I think Mr. T definitely would say that the Clippers are coming out the West. The Lakers, it's not a sure thing. They only got a 1-2 punch, and that's it.
Say that again.
Mr. T said that the Clippers are coming out of the West, not the Lakers.
Do you happen to know what Terrence said?
We spoke about it earlier, but he's not on the show. This is not about him. This is about me, Mr. T. But I've said this before, Kyle Kuzma is a one-dimensional player. He's not that third option. To where the Clippers,
They should have kept Brandon Ingram. Like I said,
yeah, looking back in
a long time
hindsight,
ago, I told you.
yeah,
that.
they
Should've kept him.
yeah, obviously because
This is the second time LeBron has done this. When he got rid of Love, he should have kept Wiggins. I think him and Wiggins and Kyrie would have been great at Cleveland.
yeah,
Now you do this again. You get rid of Ingram, who's the better player.
And defense.
Yeah.
and he plays defense and he can distribute the ball, but
He can peak.
And he plays.
Can create too.
And he
create
plays.
yeah, he could create his own shot. The thing
Yeah.
about it is, and I was going back and forth with a couple of Laker fans. You know, you Laker fans are funny. That, excuse me, Kyle Kuzma's one-dimensional. And when I kept hearing about him being this third piece, I'm like, what have y'all been watching the first 2 years? He, no disrespect to Kyle Kuzma, capped at his rookie year. He didn't get any better from his rookie year.
Right.
Compared to Brandon Ingram now, of course, the Laker fans that I was arguing with saying, well, yeah, he's playing 40 minutes a night, and that's why his numbers, that's baloney. You're given the opportunity
Right.
that you have,
Right.
and you taking full advantage.
Right.
So that's not a knock to Brandon Ingram.
Right.
Because now what Luke Walton tried to do was make Brandon Ingram a point forward. That's not his game. You have him playing point guard when you have Lonzo. There's no reason for you to have him to be this facilitating.
Right.
No. Let him work on that on his own. Brandon Ingram is a scorer. You know what I mean? And he can mix it up. And speaking of Lonzo, shout out to Lonzo. He's
progressed every single year.
Brandon Ingram.
Yes. Every single
Yes.
year. Points, rebounds.
He took a step back due to injuries and
Well,
because
yeah.
the ball wasn't
Yeah.
in his hand
Right.
due to LeBron.
Yeah.
Right.
But now,
Confidence was shot a little bit.
Yeah.
That's
Now-
what happens though when you play with LeBron.
no. Well, what happened is LeBron is not. He's not good with players that are developing. He needs somebody a sure shot, like a Kyrie, somebody that's already established. Anthony Davis, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. As far as developing that caliber of a player, I don't think he's ever had that in his career.
How many injuries has Anthony Davis had so far?
Like one or two.
Three.
Couple.
Yeah. 3, matter of fact.
How many years?
Instead of getting banged up.
Paul George. Yeah.
So if Kuzma is not the answer,
They got to trade him.
But what is the ultimate value out there right now that they can add? I think, in my opinion, they should add a wing. But where do you find a wing that could fit?
The Knicks.
You know, Bradley Beal looks good, but
Yeah.
but they're not going to get rid of him though.
No,
But the cap too. They
can't because
they'll
Kuzma's
be
only
able to-
making like $2 million or whatever.
Well, I mean, Washington not going to do that anyway. Just
I'm
sign
t-
them.
the Knicks.
What do y'all
Morris.
have?
Morris.
Marcus Morris.
Yeah, he's the better of the two brothers. You get him.
Yeah, y'all got like 8 forwards. So.
That's what I'm saying. You get Morris. Morris he's been doing good singly for the Knicks, but as far as
It would work. I mean, what
He'll be that gritty player for them.
he could be a tough
Yeah.
wing defender, and
D&D guy?
now I think they're screwed with getting Chris Paul. Chris Paul's not going nowhere. Oklahoma
Yeah,
City's not getting rid of him.
He's not
they're
going
talking
anywhere.
about Darren Collison. He's thinking.
Yeah,
about
that's a
that
good
resign.
pickup.
That'd be a
That's
It'd
a
be
good
cheap too.
Yeah, that's a good pickup. But if they really want to look at a 3-and-D guy, they need somebody on the perimeter because you need multiple bodies. Now, if
Marcus
you can,
Morris is a good idea, bro.
if you can figure out a way to get without, because Memphis is talking about they want a first-round pick for Andre Iguodala.
no.
You did, yeah.
Well,
So you can't even get
first
one
of all,
for Kevin Love right
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
first of all,
Why
that's
would you give it for Iguodala?
that's far fetched. He's not going to
He's
give.
not
He's not
gonna.
give a first.
They
round.
might as well just buy him out because you're not gonna get no first-round pick.
Right.
Well, they're gonna wait till the very last minute to let him buy out.
Of course, yeah.
So that's what they're gonna do.
So,
Whatever.
Now-
The Knicks would do it. The Knicks wouldn't mind adding another power forward.
To get Iguodala, they don't.
Nah,
know.
to get Morris.
Oh.
They would add another power forward.
yeah, we're not going to give the Knicks that much airtime. But yeah, Brandon Ingram, that was a huge loss for the Lakers. But then again, it benefited both teams because he would have been that third option, but you wouldn't have seen this Brandon Ingram that you got now. Now I'm interested in seeing what Zion's going to do when he gets back. He's close to returning.
Waiting on that too, boy.
Yeah, I spoke to my peoples, and my peoples hit their peoples, and Zion is real close to returning.
Yeah, that's the same information we got.
Oh, okay. I mean, I got it first,
since draft day.
Yeah, I got it first, but I'm interested to see what the Pelicans do. I think they can make them. I know they like 12 games under 500.
I just think it's a little, maybe a little too late. I mean, you say only 12 games, but that's a lot of games.
Hey,
to come back from.
What you call it? They went on a run. The Thunder.
I'm just saying, you in the West. I mean,
right now the 8th spot, which is Memphis, they are 17-22.
For now.
For now, yeah. And New Orleans is 14-25.
Mm-hmm.
3 games, 4
games. 4 games. So if you could put together a stretch of
5-6 games.
5-6 out of 10, you win. 7 to 10, and you start putting together stretches of games like that's what Oklahoma did.
I mean, it can happen. It can happen, but when you next to last in the conference,
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, that's a hard hole to dig out of, especially if you got the top tier teams still winning.
But three games is separating the 8th from you.
Yeah,
a matter of 3 games.
I mean, if Memphis and OKC keep winning, then it just doesn't.
Oh no, Oklahoma City, they 22-16.
Mm-hmm.
The Memphis is the only team that's under 500 in the Western Conference.
Yeah, them other teams ahead of New Orleans, any one of them can drop.
Yeah.
So, I have no faith in San Antonio. So
for the first time in forever,
I know it. A great pop team.
San Antonio was not the answer.
Wow.
Yo, I watched what is it called? All the Smoke.
Yeah.
And they had Kobe on there, and Kobe said that if the Spurs weren't in the West, they would have won 10 in a row.
No, because they would have had to face them in the East.
During what time?
Huh?
During what time?
The Kobe Shaq era.
The Kobe Shaq era. He's saying if the Spurs, if they didn't have to run into them, they would run off at least 10.
Well, hell, imagine if that damn Denver team that Melo was on was in the East. The only problem they had was the Lakers getting in their way.
Yeah, Lakers and the Spurs, because they ran into the Spurs early on too. Do I agree with it?
And Shaq, I think Shaq doubled down.
I can't say that because then you still had Boston over there.
Okay, if you take them out of the West, where you gonna put them? In the East?
Well, let's just say they're not there at all.
They don't exist.
They don't exist.
If they don't exist,
the
yeah,
Lakers?
the Spurs.
I think that's the point.
If the Spurs didn't exist during that time period,
like that particular Spurs,
or
let's say this Spurs team is what's there.
I would say
put
the Spurs in the '90s, and Kobe didn't have to run into them. I would agree.
You would?
I would agree.
How do you figure?
Huh?
How do you figure?
Because that was the only team that was really.
You said put that team, Duncan, Ginobili, Parker, and the others
in the '90s.
In the '90s,
yeah.
And they win 10.
No.
The Lakers would win 10.
The Lakers. Kobe said that if they didn't have to run into the Spurs, right?
They would probably win like 10,
or they would at least make 10 finals appearances. I guess that's what.
That's what he was saying. If they didn't have to run into the Spurs,
LeBron didn't come into what 3?
Oh, 3, yeah.
3, yeah.
But LeBron, his first run was in 07 against the Spurs.
First win was in 10. But the Spurs won every odd year in that decade.
We can't really say that either, because I mean, what you talking about from 2000?
Yeah. From 99. From
99
all the way to
20.
I can't.
No, I would say not even 2011. From 99 to when Shaq left in 05.
That's what I'm saying. I can't really say they won't have 10.
He's saying with Shaq. That's what he was. That's what.
Yeah, Shaq left in 05.
No, he's saying if Shaq stayed like that whole decade and they didn't play the Spurs, they would run off 10.
I'll give them 6.
They would run off 10 in a row.
I don't know about
10 in a row.
I don't know about that.
No. I'm saying just what Kobe said.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have won 10 in a row.
Yeah.
Or 10 finals appearances.
10 finals appearances, yeah.
They would have definitely been there.
Yeah, because in a span of what I'm gonna say 10 years, it was either the Lakers or the Spurs. Lakers, Spurs, Lakers, Spurs.
One time the Mavericks.
Yeah.
In that 10-year window.
Yeah. So I would agree with them making it to the finals 10 years, but not winning.
The Mavericks and OKC too. I'm tripping. OKC made it.
Yeah, they.
10? Was it 10 when they got out there?
Oh, OKC?
Yeah.
No, it was like 12.
Okay, it was 12. Right.
Yeah, because 13 and 4. Yeah, what you call it? But yeah, I would agree that they would make it, but not win it. I don't know about that.
I don't know about 10 in a row. I don't know about that.
Well, speaking of winning and getting out of the West, Kendrick Perkins and KD had an interesting back and forth the other day on Twitter.
For one, Kendrick Perkins needs to stay off Twitter. Because he said 3 weeks ago, Lonzo was a bust. Lonzo, 4 or 5 straight games of 20 points. Then he rescinded that and said, my bad. It's either he's a bust or he's not.
He's part of the media now, and I think he's jumping to the conclusion.
How do you become relevant? Keep your name.
Controversy.
Exactly.
Controversy, you're right.
You got to keep your name in there.
You know what?
Whether it sounds silly or not.
Mr. T's going to take one for the team. Start up some controversy so we can get 9 to 5 sports guys on ESPN.
Hey, look.
Nah, but, yeah, I mean.
Bring Skip and Shannon up here. Skip. Yeah.
But to what he said, I'm with Perkins on that.
Do you feel like Kevin Durant is right in feeling that he was betrayed because this was your teammate, y'all played together, so it's like
if anybody knows,
KD did his job, but Kevin Durant said you only averaged 2 and 3, so you obviously didn't do your job.
First of all, Perkins was a little bit older. He had already won. He had already won in Boston. Kendrick Perkins was one of the main reasons why they lost to the Lakers because he got hurt Game 6. Pau Gasol, Kobe Bryant, them had a field day down low with them rebounds.
Rebounding, even Kobe.
Yeah, that's what I said. Pau Gasol, Kobe Bryant had a field day.
They would have won again if he was still in the game. Boston.
That's what I'm saying. He tore his ACL. He tore his ACL Game 6. Now, with that being said, who knows you better than? And then most sports fans outside of LeBron haters would agree with Perkins. You made one of the weakest moves in basketball history.
For sure, but he did it only to win, and he went over there and won. So he accomplished what he wanted to do.
Not with you being the second best player in the league.
Definitely, but he had his mindset on winning some rings.
When he got on that team, he was the best player.
He was the best player.
Yeah, he was the best player on that team. But what Perkins was saying
is the team was already good.
The team was good without you.
It was, and you also
he's ring chasing.
But you also saw how it affected him when he wasn't playing. They needed him. They needed him.
They needed to stay healthy when he wasn't playing.
I say this: it was a weak move to go to a team that was already good. Okay, we'll give you that.
No. Huh? That's an understatement. Already good. They were a championship team.
They were a historic team.
Yeah, they was exactly a historic team.
Historic.
So you can't you got to put it in context, like we said.
Look, the man made the team even better.
He made him a cheat code. He made him a cheat code.
He did.
Okay.
He made them game slider good.
But he did. But he did exactly what LeBron set out to do when he went to Miami. To win a ring.
Right.
He teamed up with other superstars to win a ring.
Yeah, to beat
right.
And that's what he did.
We're all saying the same thing. It's just we also have to highlight that it is a weak move.
It is a weak move.
Being that we're competitors.
The weakest move.
We're speaking out of a competitor's mindset.
Right.
That was weak.
The weakest move.
Hey, look, the man got 2 rings out of it, 2 MVPs out of it. LeBron went and got his.
Yeah,
and then
he did what he wanted to do, and he did it.
And at the end of the day, they both on teams, right? One ain't playing, and whatever.
There's
LeBron
no problem,
doing.
but I think he has a right to feel a little betrayed because Perk shouldn't be saying that.
He shouldn't have.
But that's
I think
that's
it's the truth.
that's
It
his,
is the truth.
and that's his opinion.
But
he
all
should have kept
started-
that though. I mean, come on.
That's something you do personal. Like you call that man and you tell him that, but you don't air him out in the media like that.
And he did that knowing that Kevin Durant was going to respond because he always responds on the damn social media.
Anything that
just
has
to put
do
it,
with
just to put
his
it,
stint in OKC.
just to put it in context, it had nothing to do with KD originally.
No,
It was about Russell Westbrook
But he
Yes,
said,
right.
Come on now.
And
He said Russ was the best OKC player ever.
that put on that uniform.
Right.
That put on that
Is he?
uniform.
Is he?
He's Mr. Oklahoma City.
Is he though?
Nah.
Is he the best player to ever play in OKC?
He's not.
I mean, he got the accolades.
Come on, bro.
He got the. He got
So you
the-
KD hating now?
He has
Huh?
an
You
MVP.
KD hating now?
Nah.
Look, he has an MVP. KD got an MVP. What other accolades does Russ have that he doesn't
I mean,
have?
he's
Triple doubles? No.
Points,
Points.
assists.
KD might be number one.
Kevin Durant's the best.
Remember, KD left. He get Russ.
He's the best Thunder / Supersonic in that organization.
I give him supersonic.
Listen, Kevin,
That's that man's opinion.
Kevin
That's
Durant has been the best player on every team he's been on. He's the best player
The best.
right now. He could go down as the greatest net.
And ain't even playing.
Like I said.
No disrespect to Dr. J or even
Well,
Jason Kidd.
he has to win the ring
He
there.
could still be the best net.
Nah,
ever.
he got to win the ring there.
But you don't think he could do it there? He could do it there.
Well, I got them coming out the East next year, so.
That's what I'm saying. Every team.
But he
he's
has
been
to
on,
win the ring.
He's been the best player.
I said I got
So
them
he's
coming
not-
out the
he's not
East.
the best OKC.
I don't say I'm not saying he's going to win the chip, but like I said, as far as Perkins, I have no problem with him stating his opinion that he thinks that Russ is the greatest Thunder player that ever played the game. Russ, at no point did Russ quit on his team. At no point did Russ quit on his team. He gave it 110%.
So I guess during the playoffs when they got their ass whooped by Utah, he was where?
Which, I mean, he got beat by a better team.
He didn't show up.
Wait, against Utah.
Yes, when they played Utah with Donovan Mitchell. What are you talking about? They got kicked out the first round.
No. That was the thing. That was a Blazers.
No, that was Utah. Utah beat OKC.
In the first round.
In the first round win.
Was it Utah?
I know they lost to
Look it up. You right there? Look it up.
Oh, with Paul George and Melo? Yeah, with Paul George and Melo.
What I'm saying is you said
They
he
lost with Paul George and
You
Melo.
said he never.
Yeah.
You said he.
when they were picking on Melo and they had to take Melo.
but
out
that
of the game.
But you saying he never. He never.
he didn't quit
He
on
never
his team.
quit on his team. So what?
Kevin
would you,
Durant quit on
what
his
would
team.
what would you consider quitting on your team?
What Kevin Durant did?
So
What do you do?
So leaving is quitting.
No, that game 5, 6, and 7.
No, he just had a bad game. Game 6. He
Game
that.
5, 6, and game 7.
Game 7, they got blown out. At you talking about
No.
against the Warriors, right?
Game 6, they got blown out.
Game
That's when-
7, they got blown out over there.
No, the game was closer to the end because stripped KD like 3 times in a row. Steph Curry. They had Steph Curry on him. He stripped him like 3 times in a row.
So that's quitting.
In my opinion, yeah.
Or defense?
And
So Steph Curry, when has he ever made an all defensive team?
You don't. What does that do with the game?
what
The
does that got to do with
game.
quitting?
I'm just saying.
He made 3 strips. That don't make you
You're
an all defensive
you're-
team.
You're the best player in that franchise.
So you,
So you can't get stripped.
yeah, you ball can get stolen out from you.
Not in that situation.
Hey, we need
Bec-
Terrence back.
Because the year later.
Wait a minute, because
This guy right here, we need
now I'm
Terrence
going to
back.
say.
I mean,
so now I'm
you
going to say.
you could go back to a whole bunch of different things, but that stuck out to me specifically watching it. That in that pivotal moment, you're missing shots that you know, and then the very next year.
Miss or make league, Terrence.
Okay, but then the very next year, against LeBron, you have no against the Cavs, you have no like it.
I mean, yeah,
it
it's much easier when you got guys around you that can put up 50 at any given moment.
But you're supposed to take over that.
All the attention is not on you anymore.
You up 3-1, you're supposed to take over that. There's no excuse.
For sure, I
There's
agree.
no
I
excuse.
agree with you there. But for us to say he quit on them, we can't do that. We can say he quit by leaving, but he didn't.
I can't even say he quit by
but-
leaving.
But
Nah,
he
I
didn't. He didn't quit. He didn't quit in those. In that comeback, the Warriors. Game.
That wasn't that wasn't Kevin Durant. That's what I'm gonna just say. Watching him since Texas, That wasn't Kevin Durant game 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, we need Terrence back, bro.
I mean, that's just like Perk. That's my opinion.
That's my opinion too. We need Terrence back.
Because how you go from that to now, you know, like I said, anybody that knows basketball, you watching that game, you can see Kevin Durant didn't give it his all.
You know what though? But you know what? I'll say this too. I've seen LeBron quit too. I've seen him be lackadaisical on defense.
He quit on his teammates too. Game what? His last year in Cleveland before he went to Miami, he quit on his teammates too.
Hey Terrence,
see, you're not gonna get a different response. You quit on your teammates. You quit on your teammates. There's no excuse for that.
Right.
Terrence, the closeout game, I think it was in OKC. Kevin Durant came out and shot like 18 shots in the first half. That's not quitting. He was trying to put them out. He just did it the wrong way. He was being too aggressive.
The closeout game was in.
No, when they were up 3-1, Game 5 would be the closeout game for them.
Yeah. Right.
He came out firing 18. I think it was like 3 for 18, some bad number in a half. That's not quitting. He's trying to close them out. He just overdid it.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Like I said, we got two different opinions. So LeBron quit on his teammates, same way.
We agreed that.
KD quit on his teammates.
I don't think he quit on them. I think they just.
I mean, if they're relying on you, you're supposed to be that dude. They're relying on you, and you don't show up.
The man showed up. They just didn't get it done.
Well, we can agree to disagree.
Every dog got his day. Everyone has a bad day.
Yeah.
Whole game.
We need Terrence back, man.
Seriously, man. I don't know who this dude is. Yeah.
I mean, like Perk said, that's his opinion.
Boy, we need Terrence back, bro.
At least he made some kind of sense.
Yeah, I swear.
I mean, you know, watch those games over again and watch him the next couple of years and close out games. All you had to do was win one game.
For sure.
Oh, no doubt.
And you couldn't do that?
So, all right.
But think about all the teams that had to get to win one game just to beat the team to get
Did Steph quit?
Not 3-1.
Did Steph quit when LeBron came back 3-1?
Did he quit?
Yeah.
Nah.
All you had to do was win one game.
Nah, he ain't quit. He did some BS though.
But we moving to goal now.
Nah, you asked me a question, I answered you. He didn't quit.
Wow, how can we say that's not quitting?
He was first of all, what Cleveland did in the games 4, 5, and 6, they did differently than what they did in the first couple of games. They started playing him different. They was being more physical with him, and he couldn't take that physicality. That's why if you notice, especially game 6 when he got thrown out, he was getting frustrated. Cleveland was playing when he threw the mouthpiece. They played him different. They had a different game plan. They started being physical with him. That's one of the best ways to rattle certain players. Certain players,
shooters at least.
Yeah, you can't. He was coming off a screen. That's why. And there was a couple times when LeBron got the block on him. They played him differently than what they did the first couple of games. That's what I say. If you watch the games, he didn't quit. They played him different. When have you ever seen Kevin Love being able to stay in front of Steph Curry and They was playing different. And then notice the next year when Kevin Love got on him, he cooked him. Same thing with LeBron. When LeBron got on him, he cooked him. He made adjustments based off what happened the year before. Because they was throwing elbows. Steph was hitting the ground. When do you notice a Steph, really hitting the floor without it being called a foul? So they started playing him way different than what they did the first couple of games. And not to mention, Kyrie went on this offensive tear after that too. So now, and then J.R. Smith too, because they was putting Clay on Kyrie, and J.R. Smith emerged. So now instead of Steph Curry having to sit back, now he has to guard somebody.
Right.
The difference was Deion Waiters was on Oklahoma City. They was up because Deion Waiters played a huge part. Game 5, 6, or 7, Deion Waiters was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
So
that's how he was the whole season anyway.
No, I know, but the point is, Steph went from not having to guard nobody to, oh, damn, I'm getting switched on Kyrie. Oh, damn, now J.R. Smith is scoring. So now you can't hide Steph Curry. So it wasn't that he quit. It was more of what they did. Cleveland answered, what the Warriors was doing, and the Warriors they didn't have no answer for it. So that's that. like I said, we can agree to disagree at the end of the day. I just feel somebody who watched Kevin Durant that he didn't give it his all effort. And I'm not just talking about taking shots. We have all know when somebody just had a bad day or a bad game or something like that. But, because you could easily sit there and say, oh, well, Jordan quit because he had a bad game. No, Jordan gave it 110% all the time. There was never a doubt that he didn't give it 110%. You know what I mean? So, same thing with LeBron. LeBron quit on his teammates. Do I think he could have possibly beat Boston? It would have been tough. But I feel like he kind of shut down and what you call it. But then when he got with the Heat, when they was down 3-2. They was down 3-2. He had the 45, 15, and 9 game.
In Boston.
And now when they was down 3-2 the year before, he kind of shut down. So that's why I said, when you watch a player, you know his tendencies, what he do, his, like so. So I said, LeBron quit on his team. So my opinion, KD. So that's it.
Yeah, we need Terrence. That man gave us a 30-minute spiel.
I mean, that's like I said, that's just my opinion. But
it's cool, bro. We gonna, like you say, we gonna agree to disagree. I'm gonna go back and watch some of them games.
Yeah, but this pretty, and then I ain't gonna put you on Front Street. I'm a screenshot, and when he says you're right, I'm gonna bring it up episode 15.
Listen,
but
when I'm right and I put it in the group chat, Terrence be shutting the whole thing down. Like, bro, I'm trying to cook. I'm tired. I'm trying to do this. All right, bro.
But guess what? This wraps up episode 14. It's your boy, Mr. T.
It's your boy, TJ.
It's your boy, Nam, though.